Welcome back to another episode of The Stupidest Podcast with your hosts, me, Justin Rademacher, and that's it tonight. We only have one host. We're going to get rid of the other guy. He's done forever. We're not going to have him back on the podcast ever again. Actually, that's a joke. He's my co-host. He's the helper. He's the sidekick. He's
shut the hell up. Stop right now, all right? I can only take so much. I was about to leave, and then you started going even farther in. I was getting a little upset, just a little bit ticked off.
No, I'm sorry. I went further than you ever did. I do apologize.
Yeah, you took it over the edge. I bring it to the cliff. You threw it over the edge.
Well, I was like pretending that it was a disc golf disc, and I was seeing how far I could go.
What's up, guys? It's Justin Van Deventer. How you guys been? Welcome back. Did you even say your name?
I did, yeah. Oh. I'm Justin Rademacher if I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I said my name.
Nice. How you been, buddy?
People call me Roddy. If that helps, I'm Roddy.
I'm the good-looking one.
And I'm the guy that just is more attractive.
This is a good start to the episode. I like it already. So, how you been, buddy?
Not too bad. How have you been? I've been busy as usual. I've been at work. I've been playing disc golf. I've been doing comedy. I've been writing. I've been doing a lot of different things. So it's a good busy. I definitely enjoy being busy. Today I played 45 holes of disc golf.
You lucky son of a bitch.
I
definitely did not get to do that.
Yeah, well, I'm getting ready. I got a tournament this weekend, so it's a 2-day tournament.
Oh, yeah,
so I was trying to get as much practice in as possible because it's at Blue Ribbon Pine, so it's 27 hole per day. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot of throwing. So I just had to get a lot of throwing in beforehand just because I'm like, well, I'll maybe play a little bit tomorrow, and then Friday I can't play at all. And then it's Saturday, Sunday, so it's getting to be that time to get the playing in. But yeah, that's all I've been up to. Just kind of the same old, same old. How about you?
Definitely busy, and not in the good way like you. I've been working nonstop, man. These last week has just been killing me for hours at work, dude. It's just been nuts. Get up at 6 and not get home till dark almost every night. But I got Gracie last weekend, and we had a really good weekend together, man. Everybody went up north, and me and her just stayed home. Cool. And we had a blast. We had bonfires every night. We made s'mores. We had a couple of movie nights. Played a couple of video games on her Switch. Dude, she's pretty good at Mario Kart, man.
Really?
Yeah. Surprisingly, I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but for her age, you're like,
yeah,
she's not bad. We played online. We played online once, and it's either one way or the other. She's either first. She's definitely Ricky Bobby. She's either first or last. But we played online at 100 cc's, and she won the first 2 matches.
Oh, wow.
She even beat me, and I was trying.
That's funny. Yeah, I would love to play her sometime in that. I mean, I've had a little more experience than her, I feel. But.
Yeah. I'm not saying she's going to beat you by any means, but I
I'll definitely if it comes to the point where I know I'm gonna win every time. I'll take it a little easier on her. Just give her a chance.
Make the kid cry.
No, I wouldn't want to do that. No, if it was you, I would totally make you cry. But.
I'm getting pretty good, man. I'm getting pretty good.
Well, that's good. I wanna see it.
Dude, 200 cc's is fast as fuck in that game.
Yeah. Yep. It gets really fast. You go, it's nuts because then you get hit by a shell, everybody's passing you.
Yeah. It's definitely not like the old Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's...
Well, the old Mario Kart only went up to 150.
Yeah. At 200 cc's, You definitely can't make the turns without slowing down.
No, you need to make sure you got to drift every turn, but you got to make sure you time it right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different. Each level, like each CC level, is a different point is when you got to start doing your drifting. Like you got to do it earlier and earlier for the different speeds.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you screw up on one turn, you're getting passed by 3 people.
Yeah. Well, then, and also like there's multiple turns. Like there's like more turns, I feel like, in the new Mario than there was in the other one.
Mm-hmm.
And like, so you have to like time those out like perfectly.
Yeah. Definitely a fun game system. I like the Switch.
Mm-hmm. No, dude, it's addicting.
Graphics aren't like Xbox or PS5, but
they're still fun.
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's an old school feel.
Yeah.
Which I like. Brings back the old memories, you know?
Well, especially like with all the Mario games, like I just love Mario, and it's good to see Mario in better graphics in the 3D worlds and all that stuff. Like it's really cool that way.
So yeah, other than that, I mean, not much else is new. But man, it was a fun weekend. We had a blast. Yeah, our movie night, we went to Coburn's. We got a bunch of candy and stuff like that. And we watched Sonic 2.
Yep.
And we ate our candy and watched it. And then the second night, we watched it again. And we got about 30 minutes into it. And we played outside all day. We had a fire and all that. I mean, we played hard outside.
Yeah.
And we were pretty much outside all day. And so then when we came in to have the movie night, we got like a half hour in, and she goes, I'm just going to stretch my eyes. I'm going to take a little nap, Dad. Just wake me up when it gets to the good part. I go, what's the good part? She goes, when Knuckles gets here. And I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not waking you up, but okay.
Yeah. Did you even try?
No, she was snoring. She was freaking snoring so freaking loud and hard. I was like, man, you're cutting down a forest over there, little girl.
Well, like daughter, like father.
So, yeah, other than that, not much. Work, and more work. Golf. I think
how's golf going?
Good, really good. Playing pretty decent right now. Me and Dad are probably going to go out and play 2 rounds this weekend. It was his birthday on Monday? No, the 31st.
Okay, I thought I might have seen that on Facebook. I can't remember. I think I liked something on Facebook, and I was going to reach out to him, and I forgot.
Yeah.
But happy belated birthday to your father. Fred. He was on our podcast.
Yes, he was. He was our second guest, wasn't he?
I think so.
Josh was number 1, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll look. Pretty sure that's where he ended up. He was our second. He dedicated to Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys ever want to go take a look at that episode, that's episode 14.
Episode 2 of the deep dive.
Yep, episode 2 of the deep dive with Larry the Cable Guy. I need to
get back into the deep dives, man. I'm slacking. So many people have been asking me about it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Let me find some time.
Well, especially with work, like I don't blame you. Like you got a lot going on with work, and that's a lot to do in the summer. So
yeah, just trying to get these in. I mean, heck, it's almost 10:30 already.
Yep.
We're just getting started.
Yep.
And I got to be up at 6.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to hurry the episode.
Absolutely not, dude. I'm here to have some fun. This is the only enjoyment I get for the day. So, yeah. Anything else?
I'd say the same, but I played 45.
Yeah, I'm jealous of you. So many guys. When I was talking to you and the guys in the truck, they're like 45 holes. Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I'm like, yeah.
Yep. Well, I played 2 rounds of 18, and then I played a round of 9 because I actually started with the round of 9, so I played at the quarries. That's where we played up in Duluth that one time.
Yep.
And then what I do? Oh, I had to change the batteries in my key fobs because I have 2 key fobs for my car, and both of the batteries went low.
That's what happened to my car too.
And it's weird that they went at the same time. It kind of.
Did you change them yourself?
No. I went into Crenson, the dealership, and they charged me $6 a piece. It was super easy.
Yeah,
and it took like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I changed mine. It's pretty easy. Yours, the key comes out right out of yours.
Yeah,
key fobs.
Yep.
Yeah, I could have told you how to do it. It's pretty freaking easy. It only cost. I could have saved you like $6.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's $12 total.
Right, so it wasn't bad. It used to be.
It wasn't bad at all.
I remember when they first started coming out with key fobs, it was so expensive to change it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I remember key fobs.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I called them before I went in. I'm like, what do I what should I expect? And they're like, oh, just bring $12 if you're bringing 2 of them. I'm like, sweet, I can do that.
It's really easy. Like on mine, you just pull that key out, and then there's like a little slot right there. You just put a screwdriver in there and twist. It pops open, pull out the bolt battery, and put in the new one, and snap it back together.
Nice.
I did both mine for. I think I did both of mine for $6, and I still have 2 extra batteries.
Oh wow!
So
I got ripped off, but oh well.
Well, they still got to make a
convenience.
They got to make a little money off of you.
Yeah, for sure. Then I also got a chance to go to Duluth, so then I played 9 holes at the quarry. I got Chipotle, and I went home and played another 36 holes. So
nice. I love that you guys have a course at your house.
Yeah, dude, it's very convenient and helps when you're getting ready for a tournament.
I was mowing an account today, and there was like a big park. They got like soccer fields and all that.
Yep.
And there was a guy out there doing field work, practicing disc golf. And I was like, oh, nice.
Yeah. I did a little field work in between. Like I would throw extra discs.
Yeah.
Every now and then just to kind of get a little feel for a couple discs that I don't throw super often, but I just wanted to at least throw it once before the tournament so I kind of have an idea of how it would fly in a certain situation. So I threw each disc at least a couple times so I can see the difference with the wind. So I threw one with the wind, one against the wind for basically all my discs.
I ran into Timmy 2 weekends ago.
Yeah?
And I was talking to him and his wife, or wife to be, I don't know what, I think they were out playing.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, we got to get together and play.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to play with him. I've seen him at tournaments, but I've never been carded with him, so I've never
had a chance to
actually play with him. Oh yeah, I've said hi to every time I see him. I say hi.
Nice.
Yeah, he saw me win one of the baskets actually. He was at that tournament that I won the basket. So
nice.
But
yeah, he's always been awesome.
Yeah, he's such a good guy and such a good disc golfer.
Dude, he's fun. I could watch him. I told him the other day, I was like, dude, I could watch you play all day. Your forearms are amazing.
Yeah. Dude, I found a really good video on forehands. I'm actually going to switch up how I do my forehands a little bit, which is kind of nice. So I'm excited to try that out.
It's just the shots that he can do, because he doesn't do a backhand.
Well, he does, but very
seldom.
Very rarely.
It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, for sure. I'm the opposite. I do mostly backhands unless I need to approach forehand. Then I feel very comfortable approaching forehand, but I'm not. I haven't drove with a forehand in probably a year.
It's so weird that two of the, I put Tim up in one of the best in the state.
Yeah, from what I see, he competes and he has won tournaments in Minnesota at Blue Ribbon Pines, and that is tough, especially in the open division. And so he's, I'd say one of the top in Minnesota.
So I put him and Kale. Kale's probably the best in Minnesota.
Yeah.
it's so funny that Kale is probably the best, and he doesn't do backhand or forehands.
Yeah.
I mean, very seldomly.
Yeah. Maybe, and then Timmy the opposite.
And then Tim's the opposite. I'm like, man, if you two could get together and put your games together, it would be the greatest golfer of all time, probably.
Well, if they play doubles, they'd kill it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, just watching those two just shape shots on things that should not be shaped in the way that they're throwing is ridiculous.
Yep.
So, anyway.
Dude, I'm excited to play with you again, because I've gotten quite a bit better since I've played with you last time.
And I haven't played in forever.
Then it's gonna be very interesting.
it's gonna be a bloodbath. You guys should come.
But yeah, dude, my distance is better. My accuracy is better. I can putt pretty well now.
Nice.
So I'm excited to show you.
Good, man. I just ain't had time.
Well, I don't blame you. You're working a lot. You're golfing. You're bowling. You're
I'm not
podcasting.
bowling right now, but
I'm saying
I can't even get to the driving range right. Like I need to go to the driving range for regular golf.
Yeah,
and I just can't even find time to do that. Like I was hoping to do that yesterday. Didn't get home till I didn't even eat dinner last night.
Oh wow!
Literally came home, grabbed a granola bar, and went straight to bed.
Wow. So then you probably haven't had a whole lot of time for the driving range for bowling.
No. Oh, they get upset when I roll the ball down there, though. I said, whatever. Look how far I went.
I need to get practicing somehow, right?
I got to get this thing to 200 yards somehow.
Yeah. Well, sweet. Do we want to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into her.
Sweet.
Do you want to start? Ooh.
Yeah, we got the loon clock starting us off into the podcast tonight. I like the timing of that. Look at that.
I bet we're going to hear it again one more time before the night's over.
Oh, at least once, yeah. All right. Well, my first question is, what is the weirdest thing you remember drinking as a kid?
Weirdest thing I remember drinking as a kid. I used to... My mom used to work at a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And we used to do suicides in the cafe all the time.
Oh, with like all the different pops?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there was some definitely weird drinks that we would come up with.
I remember doing the suicide drinks as a kid. Those are interesting ones.
Some of them turned out really good.
I was going to say, I definitely had a couple where I'm like, you know what? This is actually, I'm going to do this one again someday.
Yeah, I might be onto something. And there was a couple where I was like, ooh, not so good.
Yeah, and then there was one that I thought was amazing when I was a kid. And I even, like, shared it with the class. Like, because we had to, like, I don't even remember what the topic was, but you had to, like, do, like, a show and tell of something that you thought was cool. And so I made a suicide drink for everybody in the classroom, and I thought it was amazing. And I tried it probably a year or two ago. It was absolutely disgusting, and I can't believe I shared that with people. Like,
nice.
Yeah, it was not good.
Back when I was drinking, not as a kid, but you know, all my buddies would try. I never puked. I hardly ever puke.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddies would try to make me puke. So they would always come up with a shot. And they called it beef curtains. And
interesting. What was that about?
It was just a shot. And the bartender knew that this was the game. And he loved it because he made him part of the game.
Okay.
So they're like, time for beef curtains tonight. And I'm like, whatever. So they'd run over there and I go, if you're buying, I'll do it. I don't give a shit. It's free alcohol. They would try to come up with the nastiest shots. And a couple of them would like come back looking like black cough syrup. I'd put it down barely make a face. They're like, how are you not puking? The shit that we put in there was so disgusting. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't tasting it. I was just putting it in my body.
Yep. Down, over the lips, through the gums. Look out, stomach, here it comes.
I remember you saying that once or twice.
Yep. So, what about you?
Some of the weirdest things I remember drinking prune juice.
It's good for you, though.
I know it's good for you, but it's just not.
It's not good tasting at all.
I have not had it as an adult in my life. I probably didn't make sense, but oh well, I'm still saying it. Prune juice, and then I remember drinking pop like out of a can as a kid, but I don't know if this is weird or if this is a thing that actually happened when everybody were when you were a kid. Do you remember popping the top, like in the middle part of the can, popping the little part with a pen and then drinking, like shaking it up and drinking it out of that little pen
No.
hole? No?
I didn't even know that was a thing until, did you know the whole purpose of that?
No, what's the purpose?
You're supposed to be able to put a straw through there.
Oh.
Like that
that
was meant to be. Like I saw this life hacks that you didn't know about, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a purpose of the can, is for you, if you have kids, you can put a straw through the middle of the can.
Oh, interesting.
I've never shook it up and shot it into my mouth, though.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that all the time.
Dude, I bet you got covered in pop many of times.
Oh, I got covered in pop. I got, and it probably wasn't great for my teeth because you're, basically just,
shooting straight sugar at your teeth?
Yeah, so I'm sure that's not the greatest. I don't recommend it, but I mean, I remember loving it as a kid because it was just like, oh, look at this cool way of drinking pop.
Nice. So,
yeah, that's all I got for that one. I just thought it was an interesting little.
Yeah. I know there's some other things that I've drank. I'm pretty sure I drank some cotton candy freaking juice or something like that tasted terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember all the different flavored pops, like the bacon flavored pop, or the pickle flavored pop, or all that kind of stuff. Or the bug juice pop.
I remember that. Yeah. So, all right, if you could have a clone of yourself, would you?
So, I took this in two different ways. So, I guess I want to clarify. I'll give you both answers if you want. But am I cloning myself and the clone is my age? It's just a duplicate of me?
Yeah, duplicate of you.
Well, there's also another way that people look at cloning. So cloning could also be you grab my DNA and put it into an embryo. And so it's only my DNA, and then that is then made into a baby. So then the clone is then me, but it's
different age.
Baby, and it has to live through its entire life again. So it's not my age; it would be a brand new baby. So either way, I said yes.
Nice.
I said I would do it because then that way, I could either if they're my age, I'll send that person to go do my job and to do all the stuff that I don't really want to do, all my errands, and maybe if I'm trying to go play disc golf, maybe I'll send it on a date that I'm supposed to go on, or something where it's just not as fun.
I like how golf. You're going to golf and it's going on the date.
I know. You got to put your priorities.
I guess.
So, but yeah, I'd rather have them do the stuff I don't want to do, and then I'll just go do the stuff I want to do, and otherwise I'm basically having a kid that's me, and I think that'd be an interesting little experiment because nobody else has had that experience in the world, so I think it'd be crazy to raise myself.
Right. Yeah, I definitely went with absolutely. I would love a clone.
Yeah.
Just because I would like to see my aneurysms outside of my body, you know?
Yeah, all your all the things that you do.
Yeah,
that,
my little quirks and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And then the whole
Are you
reason
sure
I
you
came.
want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be
Just
like,
kidding.
might be like, God dang, I'm an idiot. The whole reason I came up with this question was it was on Two Bears. They were talking about it. And
Okay.
Bert goes, heck yeah, I would love a clone. I would lock that thing in the basement and just harvest its organs. I'm going to live forever. I'm like, Jesus, Bert.
That's one way of looking at it, I guess. Just giving that person just the worst life ever.
But no, dude, it'd be fun just to throw ideas off of myself.
Yeah. I do that too, but just like internally.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. I do it like sometimes, like when I'm writing or something. Like I do like vocalize talking to myself because it like makes it easier for my brain to comprehend what's actually like what my actual intent is behind everything. So
it'd be nice to talk to myself without looking crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I definitely would like a clone. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, what's the coolest thing that you could say about your mom?
I don't know if it's the coolest thing, but when we were kids, you know, everybody was like, my dad could beat up your dad. And no, my dad could beat up your dad. And I was like, I don't care. My mom could take all your dads. I remember getting in trouble for the first time. And I go, can you just shoot me rather than call my mom? And they go, it's not going to be that bad, kid. And I go, you obviously have never met my mom, sir. And one of my buddies that I was in trouble with, he's sitting there with me and he goes, yeah, you haven't met his mom. So
that's funny.
Yeah. So that was probably, and I still think my mom is one of the nicest ladies that you'll ever, everybody loves my mom.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love your mom. Your mom like treats me like I'm family. Like she calls me every now and then, or like on Facebook, she'll like message me like happy birthday, or there's something random on Facebook, but then she'll like say to my adopted son.
She has so many. Like
I know, I bet.
Like, and the funny, like, I had a couple of buddies in high school that would practically live at our house.
Okay, yep.
And my mom would be like, time to take out the garbage. He's like, I don't even live here. She goes, you're eating here. Yeah, aren't you? Yes. If you're, my mom, anything in the house is yours if you're over here.
Yep.
But don't feel awkward when she puts you to work as well. You know, like,
for sure.
I remember coming home from school sometimes and I'd have buddies chilling with my parents, like watching TV or something.
And you're not even there.
And I'm not even there. And I go, what are you doing? And, like, and everybody called my parents Frank and Phyllis. Just hanging out with Phyllis and Frank, you know. I go,
that's funny.
All right. We always had snacks in the house and everything was free game, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody's like, we don't have these kinds of foods at our place. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Why Frank and Phyllis?
I have no idea where Frank and Phyllis came from. But they called him that. Somebody called him that and it just stuck. So everybody called him Frank and Phyllis. Frank and Phyllis is here. Frank and Phyllis is here.
Interesting. No, I hadn't heard that before. That's why I had to ask.
Yeah. So,
but
what about you?
Well, the cool things that two things that my mom has told me about her life, like that I thought were really cool, just memorable to me, was that she had Brock Lesnar hit on her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was in Delano and she ran into him 2 times actually. And so he like was walking and he had to he stopped, went up to her and I don't know exactly what he said, but she said that he was definitely like hitting on her, and like I think she was working for Frito, so she's literally just doing her job, and he was just into her, I guess. So,
Oh,
but she was married to Chuck, and so I mean,
right.
I could have two stepdads right now, I guess, and one of them could be Brock Lesnar. Can you imagine the difference though? Like I'm just walking around with Brock Lesnar and like, yeah, just I'm not his size
At all.
He could use me as a ping pong ball.
I went to his house one time.
Oh really?
Yeah, when I worked at the dealership, he donated his UFC gloves because we had a silent auction for somebody that had cancer or something like that. And he donated his gloves, so we went over to his house, me and one of the other guys that worked there. What car do you think he drove around in?
What car?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say a Jeep.
It was a little Chevy Aveo.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I love this thing. This thing's great.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, dude, you fill this car.
Yeah. Yeah, where do you put anything if you need to put a toothpick in there? Where is it going to fit?
He had other cars. I mean, he had other cars. He had truck and he had like a Hummer and all that. And he's like,
okay.
This is my daily though. He goes, I love this thing. I'm like, this thing can barely haul you.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, all right, what's the other thing?
So the other thing, do you remember X-Pac from the WWF?
Yeah.
He was one of the wrestlers. Yeah, part of the
Generation X, now? Right?
Yeah, Generation X. Yep. And
was he the one that always did the X?
Yep. And they always did the X, all that.
Suck it.
Yep, exactly. But my mom sold furniture to X-Pac. She was working at Home Furniture.
He's from here, right?
Oh yeah, yep. He's from here. And like from Minnesota, and so she was working at Home Depot, and he just came in and he's like, "Hey, I'm looking for all of this. I just moved back and just looking to furnish my place." And she's like, "Awesome, follow me, and we'll figure everything out." And she ended up selling him everything.
Did she know who he was?
Oh yeah, that's why I know. Like she's like, "Hey, like this guy told me who he was," and she's like, "I don't really know who he is. Do you guys know who X-Pac is?" And we're like, yeah. And so it was just kind of cool.
Wasn't his
like that's when I was like huge into the WWF and like
wasn't his finishing move like he'd pin you in the corner and then like saddle ride you?
That might have been him. Yeah, I think that might have been him.
That would be
yeah, because it was him and then
Triple
Rikishi
H
would do Rikishi would do the opposite. He'd put his ass right in your face in the corner. Yep, and then X-Pac I think did the groin in the face.
Yeah, I used to have a poster of all those guys. Him, China, Triple H. There's a couple other people in there.
Yeah. What's that? The dog, the DWG. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now.
Those are the old days.
Oh yeah, and then that's when like The Rock was like getting in. Like I think that's like when he was like.
That was
He's still obviously in it now. But yeah, that's when Stone Cold was there.
Like in his prime.
Yep. Undertaker, Kane. All those older guys. I haven't watched it since Stone Cold that was my era of WWF. Or I keep calling it WWF. It's WWE now, and it has been since. I think that's about when I like stopped watching. Is when it changed. Roughly.
Yeah, they got sued or something. I can't remember what it stood for. It was already.
Well, it was the World Wildlife Foundation.
Yeah.
They had WWF, and so they had to change it to WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Yep.
Yeah, I was always a big WCW guy too. The Wolfpack.
Yeah, I remember all that. Yeah, with Sting and
Kevin Nash and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Kevin Nash and all those guys. I remember I still have it downstairs actually on N64.
WCW?
Where it was the WCW versus WWF.
Nice.
Had all the wrestlers.
That's sweet.
We should maybe do that next time you come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a pretty fun game, or at least from what I remember. I'm sure the graphics look terrible now. Yeah.
But man, I can't even. Some of those wrestlers, man.
Yeah, Scott Steiner. I remember
Yeah. I think he just died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Rowdy Piper.
There's a lot of. Oh yeah, I get that all the time as my name.
He was one of my favorite
anytime I
wrestlers
say
of all
Roddy,
time.
people. Oh yeah, yeah. Anytime I say Roddy to people, they're like, "Oh, Roddy Piper." I'm like, yeah.
So.
Only because I've heard it so many times.
All right. Can you sleep in your room if it's a hot room? Like if your bedroom's hot, can you sleep in there?
I can. I'd prefer not to. And if it is that way, then I usually will just take the covers off, and I'll still have them on me, but I'll make sure my legs are out, because my legs are the most important. I don't know, to be cold or at the right temperature for me. My feet and my legs, and then I can actually have my whole upper body under the covers, even if it's hot, and I'll be fine. I just need my legs to be out, if that makes any sense. But yeah, otherwise I would definitely prefer to sleep in a cold room, and I am bundled up under the covers. I will have, right now I have 3 blankets on my bed, and it's summertime. So I don't mind being warm in going to sleep. I just don't want to be too warm. So I definitely usually only use 1 in the summer, but I like to have 3 on my bed, because I usually have 1 just laying there in case I want to switch blankets.
Nice.
But
yeah,
how about you?
I can if I'm really, really tired. Otherwise, when there's nights that I go, man, I slept like shit, it's usually because the room was hot as fuck. I do not sleep well in a hot room. I love put me in an ice box. I'll sleep in the freezer before I'll sleep in a hot room.
Yeah.
But
because you can always put more covers on. You can't really do much more if your legs are out and you're up. If your whole body is out, there's nothing else you can do then.
When you're butt naked, sweating, and there's not even a blanket on you.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I sleep like a baby when it's cold. As long as it's not to where my nose, I'm bundled up in a blanket and my nose is getting cold, As long as it's not like that, I'm fine.
Yeah. Dude, I'm the type of sleeper, I actually prefer sleeping, by myself. Even if I was in a relationship, I think I would still want to sleep by myself, just because I am, selfish that way. But I will pull the covers up over my head, even if I'm hot. It's just so comfortable, and I'm just laying there like a little baby with the covers over my head.
I can't cover my head.
I'm cuddling. Oh, I cover my head in that, and I my face is out, so I'm a little.
I can do that.
It's like a hoodie.
I can't cover my face. I can't cover my face.
No, I'd never cover my face. But no, it's like a little hoodie, and I just kind of sleep like that, and I kind of go put my fists
underneath your chin.
I'm holding onto the blanket, and I go like this, and I'm just
Yeah, I can do that.
I definitely feel like a baby every time I do it, but damn if it ain't comfortable.
Nice. All right, that's about all I got for that. I didn't sleep the other night, so that's why I came up with that.
Oh, well, that makes sense. You had time.
Right.
What is the dorkiest thing that you've done, but thought it was the coolest thing at the time? And if you need examples, I can answer first.
Yeah, go for it. I got to think about this one.
So, 2 things that I felt were pretty dorky, but I thought were the coolest things at the time is, as a kid, I used to color golf balls, only the inside holes, and try to make designs on the golf ball. and like try to make the golf ball look really cool. And then I would do that with multiple golf balls and try to sell them to people. And right now looking back, that's the dorkiest thing I can think of. But like, I thought I was like,
I don't find it that
creating
dorky.
a new. What was that?
I don't find it that dorky. I thought that sounds actually pretty cool.
Okay, because I was gonna say like the part that like was dorky to me was like the part that I was like I thought I was like on the verge of like creating the next big company that's gonna be selling golf balls, even though like I wouldn't be making the golf balls, I would just be decorating them.
You might have been onto something because back in those days, golf balls were just white. Now you can get them. Now you can get them in multiple colors, multiple designs. So you might have been onto something.
I was basically a genius, and
yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
I was a genius. Now I'm hosting the stupidest podcast.
You're onto something. I don't know. I don't think I did anything. Definitely, I would say some of the styles back in the day were pretty freaking dorky. You know, the frosted tips and the conch shell necklaces and jean code jeans and some of that shit was pretty dorky.
Yeah, for sure. No, I guess I wasn't thinking fashion, but that is a good point. I like that. A lot of the stuff back then was definitely dorky. Yeah. Or compared to like what we have now, like obviously like that happens in any era. Like it always looks dorky after the fact. You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just lost you on Zoom.
I know. I saw that. That's why I was asking. I figured
I'm still here.
We could talk through. We could talk through that.
Yep, I'm still here. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, other than that, that's about all I got for dorkiness. I mean, I was a pretty cool dude.
Yeah. I mean, I have one more dorky thing that I did. This was back in my Pokemon days.
Yeah.
I remember creating Pokemon and like thinking again that I was onto something that was going to be revolutionary, and I was going to create my own version of Pokemon, like the next generation Pokemon, even though obviously now they've done that. So
nice. Yeah, God. I had a buddy that had the entire collection of Pokemon cards.
Yep.
And I was like, frick. I talked to him the other day. I'm like, do you still got them? He's like, no, I sold them a long time ago. I'm like, just think.
They'd be worth a lot.
Yeah,
now.
I know. I go, just think. And that was first generation Pokemon cards. And he had them all like in a photo album. So they're all in sleeves and perfectly protected. I was like, dude, that set is probably worth $200K now.
Yep.
If not more. He goes, yeah, don't remind me. I think he sold it. I think he put it on eBay and sold it for like, I mean, he still made, I mean, nothing like it is now, but I think he sold it for like $5,000 to somebody in China back in the day.
But I mean, that's still a good amount.
Yeah. So, I mean, back then, I'm sure he was like, $5,000? Hell yeah. But now, I bet he's like, $5,000. God damn it.
Yeah, per card.
Yeah. So. All right. What is the weirdest fetish that you've ever seen or heard about? Not that you like, but that you've ever heard about.
I think the weirdest one I've ever heard of is where people watch their partner have sex with somebody else.
Oh, a cuckold.
Is that what it's called?
Yep, a cuck.
I think that's the weirdest thing. I would not be able to just watch my partner cheat on me right in front of my face.
Yeah.
Like, that makes zero sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think I could do that. I mean,
it makes to me, I'm not like that. Like, I can't, like, I would see it if, like, you're trying to like have it be like your porn or whatever.
Right.
But like if it's your partner, it's way different than if.
Could you do it? Could you do it if you weren't in a serious relationship with a girl? You were just in a sexual relationship.
If I was like just in a sexual relationship, it'd be different. And if I knew nothing was going to be like, nothing was going to come of the relationship or whatever, I'd be more apt to do it. I'm still probably not going to do it, but I would definitely be more apt to do it. Like if that was the case, it was just a sexual thing between us and there was another couple or whatever that wanted to do that. Okay. As long as they were kind of in the same situation, I wouldn't want to like do that with a couple that's like engaged or like they see a future like together. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'd be a little more apt to do it that way. But yeah, I guess I'm just selfish in the fact that I wouldn't want to share.
Yeah, understandable. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to either. I mean, just watch. No.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest though, huh?
That I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
How about you?
I've got a few, but weirdest, I mean, I got gross and then I got weird. So weirdest is that fur fetish or whatever.
Oh yeah, furries.
Yeah, furries. Where they dress up as dogs and all, like I don't get that fetish at all.
Yeah.
I don't get how that is anything. That's weird as fuck.
Yeah, I'm not 100% as to how that became a thing either.
I don't get how it's. I guess I get the desire and all that. I don't get the sexual side of it. How do you get aroused by something like that?
Well, yeah, because that's like you're not with a human anymore, and that's different than. I don't know. There's definitely like, I remember like in I think it was high school, seeing girls that would like walk around with like the tails. Do you remember that?
The butt plug?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it wasn't the butt plug one. They would just have like the tails like on their jeans and stuff.
Yeah.
And it gave me a reason to look at their butts, and I liked that.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm talking like the dudes that fucking do it, that dress up and want to be the dog.
Oh, yeah. I guess I wouldn't be. It's not something I'm into, but I mean.
No, me. I don't get it. And then gross is fecal play.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't get that one either. That is 2 girls, 1 cup style, and it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah. I don't get how that's like these are arousals for like some of these people. And like I don't get it. Like what happened to you as a kid? Like
so you only brought up fecal. What about the other number 1?
Oh yeah, like the golden shower.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's not as bad for you?
No, it is. That's okay. What I meant. That I included that. That's why.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's how you were doing it. So it wasn't just poop. It was poo-pee.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't get either of those fetishes. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely something that I've never had an interest in partaking in.
Yeah.
I've also never had a partner that has asked me to do any of that stuff. So, I mean.
No, me either.
Yeah. What if it was like, what if you had somebody ask you and it was somebody that you like had a real connection with and that you like really wanted to.
We might have to question our relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think.
What if it's like to the point like you like maybe you're already married and you don't find out until after the fact? Like dude, that happens. Like after the fact, like you are already married and they ask you to get, like they tell you they're like, hey, this is something that I'm into. I'd like to try it. Is this something that you would try?
No.
No?
No.
Would you let them do that with somebody else?
No.
So they, no?
Then I might as well be a cock.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough situation if that ever happens.
It's just, I would look at him way different, too.
Yeah.
I just, no. Ugh. All right. Anyways.
All right. So if time wasn't an issue, what would you do right now if you didn't have to wait to be good at it, besides any obvious answers? So, like, for me, I can't use comedy or disc golf, and you wouldn't be able to use comedy or bowling or golf.
Okay.
And if you need, I already have mine ready to go. So,
Well, I'm bouncing between
you can have more than one answer.
a race car driver
Ooh.
or a pilot. I think it'd be sweet to be a pilot. So I'm going to go pilot.
That's a good answer. I wasn't thinking that way, but I would like that as well. You could make money like doing that too.
Oh, absolutely. But I think
good
it'd be sweet to be able to fly, and if I could just skip all the steps and just get right into it, yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
What about for you?
Well, I chose falconry. I think it'd be really cool to be able to like control the falcon and like have it do whatever you want.
Oh, be like a trainer or like?
Yeah, like so like you get to go to all these stadiums and bring the falcon with you, and
It reminds me of Fluffy. Have you ever heard his joke?
I don't think I've heard that one.
He went to Saudi Arabia and met the prince over there or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he showed me all these falcons. He's like, yes, many falcons. You know, he's like, would you? And then he goes, would you like one? And then Fluffy's like, should give me a falcon to do whatever you think I'm lazy now. He goes, but say he does give me a falcon. Like, who am I going to give it to watch while I'm on stage? I like, can't just get, he talks about
can't
his
just
buddy.
give it to anybody.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, I can't just give it to my buddy. He'd be like, redhead, now, go. Yeah, it's a pretty good bit. You'll have to see. You'll have to watch that bit.
I was gonna say, I don't think I
because I definitely didn't do it justice, but it's hilarious.
Yeah, is that like must be one of his newer sets?
One of them, I think. I mean, I don't know. I listened. I heard it on Pandora, so I don't know how old it is.
Okay, I gotcha.
So falconry, that definitely was not an answer I was expecting.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've talked to another person that would like really want to do that is Matt. Like Matt and Josh and I have talked about that before. It'd just be really cool to do, but it takes like 7 years to get to a falcon. Like you have to start with an owl and then like build your way up to a falcon. Yeah, you have to like do I think like 3 or 4 different animals before you can like legally do a falcon.
Wow.
Yeah, so it takes 7 years. That's why I said if time wasn't an issue, like if I started today, I wouldn't be able to do it until I was
a doctor in falconry.
So I'd be 37, 38 years old. Like 38, 39, I should say. If I did math correctly.
Damn.
But yep. It's crazy.
Right. Do you think you could date a stripper?
I think I would be able to. I would definitely get jealous, I feel. And like I said, like I'm the type that like if I'm in a relationship, I'd rather like it be a relationship with us two and we're trying to make each other better and like we're a team and the team doesn't like the Rams don't go and play with the 49ers like during their practice time and like, hey, you guys are going to play with us. We're going to play with you. Like, no, that doesn't happen. So like, if we were, again, if it's something that, if it's a relationship that I don't see going anywhere, then yeah, I'll go for it. But I'm gonna be too jealous to.
So no, you couldn't.
No, you said could I ever date?
Yeah.
And yes, I can. So I could date a stripper, but I would never be able to marry a stripper.
Okay. So.
And I would be honest up front. I'd be like, hey,
Right,
I know
right.
we're dating, but in your line of work,
that brings me to
I'm going to get jealous.
I'd have to ask another question then. Do you just date to date?
Sometimes.
So you never just look at a date and go, this is, I guess the way I'm trying to think. If I'm going out with a girl, I think she has potential to be the wife.
I see that, like, most of the time, that's how I look at it. But there are times where I will go on a date just to go on a date. Like,
oh, I don't think I've ever. Maybe when I was younger, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Like, cause like at that point, like, I usually like can see something in the future, like with any girl that I like say yes to a date with. But then, like, maybe halfway through a date, or maybe even at the beginning of the date, like, I realize I see something and I'm like, I don't see a future after seeing that. Like, it doesn't seem, like, I see a red flag or something and I'm like, I'm going to, like, continue this date. Like, I don't want to ruin the date, and I'll keep going with it. But yeah, I probably would tell them either before the next date or during the next date, just be like, hey, I got to be honest with you. This is something that I want to talk about or bring up. Is this, like, you know what I mean? Like, is this a thing, or is this, like, what's going on here,
Okay.
I'd just bring it up, not like super bluntly, but I'd like let them know, like, hey, this is something for me. I don't know if this is a make or break for you, but this is what I noticed.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Definitely does. I definitely
like I said, if it was a stripper, I would let her know up front, like after a date or two, I'd be like, hey, just so you know, like, in your line of work, I'm probably going to get jealous. And to be honest, I wouldn't be able to see marriage in the future if this is your career, because, like I said, I'm gonna like have more questions once I'm more committed to the relationship,
What if she was 100% committed to you and you noticed that she was making like 6 digits a year?
Well, it's tough because I feel like if you're making 6 digits, there's got to be something going on.
Well, some strippers do make that, man.
Well, yeah, but like, some strippers do more than just lap dances.
What if she just told you that that's all she was doing?
Well, she could tell me that. It's not what I might believe. So, I don't know. I would just get in my own head and think the worst.
Yeah, understandable.
So,
I definitely could date a stripper.
Yeah.
Family probably wouldn't be too proud of me, but they probably also be like, yeah, it's understandable. Definitely something I could see you doing, Justin. But yeah, I could. We definitely would have to have a long talk.
Yeah.
Because there would
set boundaries or what?
Yeah,
or
and be like, strip, I don't care. As long as you're straight up and honest and forward, and you come home right after your shift. I mean, if I know that you're off at 2 a.m. and you're not getting home till 5, we're going to have some talks. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see a problem. I mean, the moment I know she's doing something extracurricular, then I guess it's see you later. But
yeah.
It only
I understand that.
It only take once. I mean, because I truly believe once a cheater, always a cheater.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but well, what's the the easiest thing. All right, this is I gotta like make sure that I say this properly, so it is going to be an interesting question. But what's the easiest thing to do, and yet you know somebody that can't do it?
Tie your shoes. My daughter can't do it.
That's definitely something. I blame her age on that one.
Spell. She can't do that either. No.
Yeah.
She's getting better.
Taxes. She can't do her taxes.
Can't do her taxes. Boom. Easiest thing.
Do you need an example? I have a good example.
I got one, but I've actually witnessed this, so I'm going to say reading.
Okay.
When I took my motorcycle's license, and I went through a class and all that,
mm-hmm.
and we were reading through the book or whatever, and we just kind of went around the room, and each person like read a piece, and all of a sudden it got to this one girl, and she started crying. And she was sitting next to me, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "I can't read." And I'm like you're having trouble? Like these are big words for like, what are you? No, I can't read at all. And I was like, and she was like in her 30s, early 40s.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, I go, that's not a problem. I tried to comfort her. I'm like, it's not a big deal. We can get through this.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Was it like an English thing? Like no. She couldn't read English or couldn't read anything?
Couldn't read anything. She was illiterate. Oh. She never went.
Okay.
She dropped out of school like after elementary, and she was homeschooled and nobody ever taught her to read.
Yeah.
And it was heartbreaking, I was like, like you hear about illiterate people, and I was like, and I actually met one, and I was like, wow. American, I mean, wasn't like she was foreign or anything like that, and born, raised here, just nobody ever taught her. And I was like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's a good answer. I'd say that was an interesting answer for sure.
Yeah, it definitely tugged at the heart. I'm like, geez. So what about for you?
So my example is my stepdad, Chuck.
Okay.
He can't hold up 3 fingers, so he cannot do this. He can't do his pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger.
So he always goes like that?
He always has to have the pinky, the ring finger, and the middle finger. Because there's like a tendon in his finger that doesn't allow him to do that. So every time he tries to do this, he always has to hold up the pinky because it like won't. So it's like this is him trying to do this. He'll hold it up and the pinky's like 3/4 of the way up because the tendon just doesn't allow him to do that. So he has to do the pinky, the ring, and the middle finger.
Can you do it without holding your pinky with the thumb?
Like this?
Oh, wow. See, I can't.
Okay. Oh, he can't even with the help of the thumb.
I can do it with the thumb, but you take the thumb away and I can't. I can't bend my pinky down just in my pinky. If I bend my pinky, I can't do that.
I want to see if I can. Yeah, I can do it this one too.
No, my tendon's attached.
Like my ring finger kind of like
No, I gotta bend.
Twitches a little bit, but that's it.
No, I gotta bend those two. Those two are tied together. I think it's more common than you probably think.
Yeah, I bet. But yeah, no, I thought that was a good. That's it was the best way that I could describe, because I already had the answer before I had the question.
No,
and so that's the best way I could describe it.
I can do it holding the pinky, but no. So I mean, it's understandable.
Yeah, if anybody listening, again, he just can't hold up the ring, the middle, and the pointer all
So
at the
that
same
tendon,
time.
he must have a short tendon there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. He told me at one point what it was, but I can't remember. Maybe something happened. I think he might have like got cut the kid on a toy, and ever since then he just couldn't do it.
My dad can't. His pinky, his little finger, he can't move it at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he have feeling in it?
Nope.
I think we talked a little bit about this in his episode.
He always talks about it. He's like, I chop it off. I don't use it for anything. He goes, it's a dead finger.
So does it like, if he like is like holding his fingers and he like puts all his fingers down, does that one stay up?
It's curled. It's like,
so is it always curled?
It's always curled.
Like
Yep.
It's just like this?
Yep. Pretty much. It's never like closed or anything. I think he can close it.
Yeah.
But he can't ever straighten it all the way out. And he says, I can't bend it or anything. Like if he goes, I can make a fist, but he says, I can't just put my pinky down or anything like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, all right. What has been your biggest compliment and your biggest put down?
So I took this as a question about comedy. I do have answers outside of comedy if you want those. But my biggest compliment in comedy is somebody told me that they think I have a lot of well-crafted jokes. They think that like the way that I write a lot of my jokes is a very smart way of doing it, and that I have creative ways of twisting words that they didn't think of. And so that was a very big compliment, and I have kept, like, I just keep writing that way because that's just the way I know how to do it, but it makes me feel good knowing that people appreciate the way that I put the jokes together.
Okay.
So, and then I also I've already mentioned this in the podcast before, but I have had somebody tell me that they'd rather stick a pen in their ear than listen to any more of my jokes. So.
Can't believe both people would lie to you like that.
I know they're both wrong. I have mediocre jokes, and that's it. I just have mediocre. That's it.
I'm just messing with you, man. All right,
but
not comedy related.
Not comedy related. The biggest put down for me was somebody saying that they don't love me anymore.
I didn't mean it, man.
I know. But you didn't provide a reason.
It was just
you didn't provide a reason. No, I did. It was just a significant other that just out of the blue one day said that I don't love you anymore. And then there was not really ever a reason given. It was just the fact that, like, I didn't know if it was something I did, something I didn't do, or like what it was, but it just ate at me because like there's no reason. Like there's got to be a reason,
right?
You'd think. But as for like the biggest compliment outside, I've been getting a lot of compliments on my beard, so
okay.
I like that. Even though some days it doesn't look great. Like right now, I don't think it looks great, especially like when I open my mouth, it splits in two. But
I've been looking at it the whole time.
I know.
There's definitely a good split. Every time you talk, it splits.
I know. Whenever I like comb it right, though, it doesn't do it all the time. But look at that.
I think that's because you play with it like that so often.
Sometimes, not all the time. But yeah, if I comb it together, it usually stays pretty well.
Okay.
But how about you? What's been the biggest compliment and put down for you?
Well, comedy-wise, I would say I've been told that I have a very soothing voice when I tell my jokes. And then my biggest put down was pretty much same thing that everybody, you're just not funny, dude.
Mm.
You know, and that's, I think as every comedian, that's just the worst put down you can get.
Yeah.
Is being told you're not funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember listening to Pete Holmes on his podcast. He said the worst heckler he's ever had was just a 1-word heckle, and all they said was "next."
Yep.
Like that's got to be the worst.
I think it's
that's
Bill Burr. I think he says, you want to come to my show and piss me off? He says, sit in the front row and don't change your face. He says, don't laugh, don't do anything. He says, that is the one person I'll focus on and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you're not doing anything positive or negative. Like you don't have any opinion on what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
just sit there and be stern faced the whole time. He says, he says, it'll crush me for the whole night. Cause I'll sit and think like, what do I got to do?
Yeah.
So, non-comedy. I always get complimented on my eyes cause I got those baby blues, and then my butt.
Oh yeah, your butt.
I got a bubble butt, man. I remember.
I was gonna say that because I know girls that have come up to me to compliment your butt.
Nice.
So, yep.
And
I as soon as they tell me that, I'm like, get out of here. You cannot be here.
Don't lie. You go. You'll look at me and go, you know what? You're right. It is nice.
No, I tell them, I'm like, he got that from me. Yeah. And then they.
I remember being in college one time, and we were eating lunch, and this black girl comes up to me and slaps me randomly. Doesn't even say 2 words to me, just slaps me. And I go, what the hell was that for? She goes, you have a better ass than I do. It's not fair.
I remember that story. That's awesome.
Biggest put down? I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
But
well, I got 10. The top 10, just kidding.
For me?
Yep, just for you. Yep.
I got called a player.
And it's the top 10. Like there's way more.
There's way more. Just the top 10. Nice. I like it. I got called a player one time. And it's not really a put, like, I don't give a shit. I mean, it is what it is. But the only reason it stood out was because she goes, because you wear a necklace.
Oh, and
I always wear, I go, well, then I guess you're just never going to, I go, I'm not getting rid of my necklace. I go, this is part of me. I go, I've worn a necklace every day of my life since I was in 5th grade, probably.
Yeah. And back then it was a conch necklace. Or not conch, whatever you know what I'm saying. The shell necklaces.
Yeah. I wore a bunch of things. But yeah. She goes, but a chain just means you're a player. I go, if that's what you're basing your freaking relationships on, I go, you got a lot more work to do than just me, honey. But
yeah.
But I've been called a player a few times, and I probably was back in the day. I'm sure I was. Probably still am. I don't know. I'm just really bad at relationships.
Yeah.
But there's got to be. I mean, there's probably some other ones. There's always been freaking somebody ripping on me in some way or another.
Yeah. Which
is what it is. I don't really give a shit. Makes me better.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta just take it and move on.
I don't mind being the puncher bag. I can take it.
Yeah.
Sucks when you hear it over and over and over and over again. Then you start to believe it, and you're like,
yeah.
All right, guys, we need to stop because this is really starting to fuck me up mentally.
Yeah.
So, all right, that's my last question.
That's all I got.
Well, should we get into our next segment?
Yeah, get into our segments now.
What's our first segment?
Our first segment is entertainment, and this is the segment where we talk about everything that we've been enjoying, whether it be podcasts, TV shows, movies, music, whatever, anything in the entertainment industry that you've been enjoying. This is what we talk about. Nice.
Do you want to go first, or should I?
You go first.
Okay. So I watched Sonic 2.
Yep.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good for, a family movie and all that. It wasn't bad. I liked it.
Nice.
Jim Carrey did a good job. And then me and Mom watched Fantastic Beasts, The Secret of Dumbledore.
Oh, yeah, yep.
That was good, man. That was really good.
And there's a new one coming out soon. Like I've seen all the Harry Potters. I'm obviously a big Harry Potter guy. Not like a huge Harry Potter guy, I guess. I can hold my own.
I'll admit it. I've read every book. I've watched every movie multiple times.
Yeah. I've seen the movies multiple times. I have not read every book, but I'm more of a visual guy than a book guy.
They're actually coming out with an actual Harry Potter one, right?
What do you mean?
They're actually coming out with a new, like, actual Harry Potter movie, right? Is that one you're talking about?
No, it's another Fantastic Beasts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's like coming out soon. I don't know exactly when, but
this one just got out of theaters.
Oh, maybe that was the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. Secret of Dumbledore.
The one I was thinking.
It's really good, man. It's on HBO Max now.
Oh, okay, nice. I might have to watch it then, because I know there's like other ones on HBO Max. I started watching the one, and then I got distracted because I had to go watch other things, and I just haven't made my way back. So.
Yeah, this one just got released this weekend, and it was crazy because I think it just left the theater.
Interesting. No, that's exactly what the one I was talking about then.
Okay.
I knew it was coming out soon. I didn't know it was already out.
Yeah. It's phenomenal. It's actually really good.
Sweet.
Podcasts. Well, the girls have been listening to theirs quite a bit lately, the Christian and the Atheist. Yep. And then I found We Might Be Drunk. It's with Mark Maron and Sam Morrell.
Okay.
No, not Mark Maron. Mark Norman.
I was gonna say the only one that I've ever seen Mark do is his own, and it's What the Fuck.
Yeah. Mark Norman and Sam Morrell. I think that's his name, Sam Morrell.
I haven't heard of the podcast.
Let me look it up real quick. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can't hear you.
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Is it because you were on your phone again?
It must be. I just touch it and... Oh, shoot.
What are you looking at?
Yeah, it's Sam Morrell.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, have you ever seen Sam Morrell stuff?
I don't think so.
Dude, he is hilarious.
I'm going to have to see if...
Dude, he's an up-and-comer. But, I mean, he's already a feature. I mean, he's already a main act right now. But, man, that dude is going to be...
I've seen him, yeah.
There's so many, like Bert and Bill Burr, bunch of guys think that he's going to be the next big comedian.
Yeah, I've definitely seen him. I don't think I've seen his stand-up though.
Dude, he is so funny. One of the best joke writers I've seen in a long time.
No, I'll have to look into him.
Yeah. He does a great Roger Dangerfield.
Rodney?
Yeah, he does so nice. Good. He does a great, probably the best I've ever heard.
Dang.
And you listen to him because he almost sounds like Roger Dangerfield when he talks.
Rodney?
Yeah.
You keep saying
Rodney Dangerfield. Sorry, he made a movie back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Called Roger Dangerfield. He was a he was a dog.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting. I was good. Rodney Dangerfield.
Yep.
But what was it going with? Oh, he does it so well. But I even sent him a comment saying this. I'm like, you're a combination of Rodney Dangerfield and who's the singer from the freaking Big Vegas guy?
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. Thank you. God, I was brain farting. It's late in the night, man. I've been working all damn day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent him a message. I was like, if Frank Sinatra and Rodney Dangerfield had a kid together, I think you would be it.
That's awesome.
Big movie guy. Loves movies.
You get along with him then.
Yep. But man, he's really good. He's a really good stand-up comedian. You should look into him. I think you'd love him.
No, I'll look into him for sure.
So,
well, sweet. Well, I've been getting into a few different things. I'm watching Ozark now for the first time.
It's a great show.
It is great so far. I'm in season 3, and it is keeping my attention still. So
dude, it hooks you on season 1, episode 1. It hooks you right off the get-go.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch an episode tonight because I just need to know what's happening next. So
full throttle the whole time.
Yep. I got back into Stranger Things. Stranger Things 4 just came out, so I like 2 or 3 episodes into that. I watched, there's other shows that I watch pretty regularly, like Superstore, Bob's Burgers, It's Always Sunny, Futurama, stuff like that.
Okay.
There's a couple movies that I've seen since then. There's an interesting movie. It's got a lot of different actors in it and actresses. It's called 7 Stages to Achieve Eternal Bliss.
Oh, nice.
It's on Amazon Prime, and it's a weird movie, but it's funny and makes you think about different things. Like, I don't want to give too much of it away, so just look it up. Again, it's 7 Stages to Achieve Eternal Bliss.
Have you watched? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's an interesting little thing. You'll read the description of it, thinking, I don't know if I want to watch it or not. I suggest it, and it's a good one. And again, just look at the people that are in it. If you like any of them,
big names,
I think you'll like it. Yeah, there's quite a few big names.
Nice.
I don't want to give it away though, because I don't know if they're supposed to be. Like, you see some of them at the beginning, but then there's some throughout the movie where you're just like, wait a second, what, that person's in it? Like, it's a lot of stand-up comedians, but there's other actors and actresses in it that make special appearances, and you're just like, was not expecting to see them, but that's awesome. Like, so.
You should
I've watched
on Amazon. You should you should check out Uploaded.
Uploaded. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll write that down real quick.
Yeah. It's kind of right up your alley, I think.
What's that about?
This guy, he's about to die, and they upload all his memories and pretty much his brain into the metaverse. So he lives on forever, but he only lives he lives in the metaverse, but his girlfriend or whatever before he dies can talk to him through online.
Interesting.
Like, you can connect to the real world, but you can't. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of a weird concept, but it's pretty cool. And then you find out later on that he didn't just die. There was a murder.
Oh. Is that something, does that ruin the movie?
Not really.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I didn't tell you who did it or anything like that, or what happened, or because you don't even actually find out until I think like season 2 or something like that he starts figuring.
Oh,
shit
it's
out.
a series.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was gonna watch it if it was a movie. I'm trying to watch more movies because I'm in 2 series right now that I'm trying to get through, and they are long. So I'm trying to keep it one or two at a time so I can kind of
Yeah, I hear you.
keep up with the stories. But I'll keep that as like one of my next ones to look into.
The other series I'm looking forward to that's coming out is, I know I've told you this movie, but they're making a Willow series on Disney.
Oh, yep. Yep, that's like your faves too.
Dude, that's one of my favorite movies of all time was Willow as a kid.
Yep. Yeah, that'll be a good series for you to watch.
Did we ever watch that movie? Pretty sure.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we watched it in your living room.
Yep.
But,
all right.
Yeah, I've watched other, like, podcast-wise, basically the same. You Made It Weird, Working It Out are the two that I listen to the most. And obviously the girls, the Christian and the atheist. Also listen to Bewitched Banter. As for, what was the other thing I was going to talk? Oh, for comedy, actually. I haven't really been watching a whole lot of comedy. Until recently, I just watched Norm Macdonald. The one that he put out that was like released after his death.
Well, they released that already?
Yeah, it's out. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Nice.
So I watched that. I watched Ricky Gervais. He had a special that came out. Watched that one. I watched Maria Bamford, her special. And that was actually released in 2012, but it's just something that I've wanted to watch. And
it's pretty good.
I feel like I've heard the recording of it. But I had never actually like watched it. And it was different than actually listening to the audio only. And then, I'm watching, or I like just started, but I haven't finished it yet, but Bo Burnham's Inside Outtakes.
Nice.
That just came out. It's like an hour long. Yep. And so I'm starting that and I'm hopefully going to finish it sometime soon.
Have you ever watched, any of like In the Green Room?
I don't think I have.
I think you can find them on YouTube. I'm not sure. But it's like a bunch of comedians that are just sitting around the table talking like shop and behind the scenes and stuff like that. Bo Burnham just showed up and he was in one of them. And he rips on, I think he was with Jerry Seinfeld and a couple other guys, or not Jerry Seinfeld, Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah.
Ray Romano. And I think Ray goes, "Who are you?" or something like that. And I think Bo Burnham, he comes right back at him. He's like, "I was going to ask you the same thing."
That's awesome.
So I mean, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically all I've been listening to, watching,
nice,
enjoying.
Should we get into our next segment?
I did get back into the TV series. I added it to my like constantly watch is What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, nice.
That vampire one.
Yep.
Because I've already watched it again, so it's easy to just fall asleep to or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm currently watching South Park without the sound.
I'll do the same thing. Like I'll watch a series, and then once I've already seen it all, I'll watch an episode of stuff that I'm watching now, the new stuff, and then just when I know I'm like, all right, it's time to go to crash and go to bed, I'll put on one of the old episodes, so I don't focus. Sure. You know.
Yeah. Another thing that I want to go see is, there's two things that I want to go see. Bob's Burger, the movie.
Nice.
Bob's Burger movie. And then, the new Jurassic Park that's coming out.
I want to see the new Top Gun.
Oh, Top Gun 2. That's the third one I want to see.
It's out right now, and I'm probably going to go see it this weekend.
I was going to say, I have been told to watch it in an IMAX theater if possible.
Well, yeah, it's fighter jets, man.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right. Should we get into our next segment?
Yeah. What's the next segment?
Marry, fuck, kill. We named 3 things, and you got to marry one, fuck one, kill one.
Okay.
Should I go first or you?
I'll go first this time.
Okay. Let her rip.
So, my first one is yo-yos, pogs, and slinkies.
I'm going to marry Pogs because I played Pogs all the time when I was a kid. It was a big game when I was little. Like I came up in the era of just nailing it right on the head that Pogs were big, you know?
Yep.
And today's kids probably don't even know what the hell they are.
Yeah, I remember Pogs. That's why I had to add it to this because, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I still don't know what I'm going with on this one.
So I'm going to go with marry Pogs. I'm going to fuck yo-yos. I'm going to kill slinkies.
Okay.
It's really hard to kill Slinky just because, man, they had a really good theme song.
Slinky, Slinky. I don't even know what it is.
I always think of...
I was going to say, if I heard it, I would know it, but I can't think of it right now.
Every time I think of a Slinky, I think of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the second one, when he does it at the... And it doesn't... It stops at the last step. It doesn't make it all the way. He's like,
yep.
No!
Yeah. And then it pans out to how far it actually went.
Yeah. And he's like, back to the top.
Yep. I think I'm going to do something similar to you. But I think I'm going to marry yo-yos. Because I remember liking yo-yos a lot.
Doing all the tricks and stuff?
Yeah, I love doing that. I love Pogs too, but I think that's kind of going to be more on one of my just play when I want to type deal. So marry yo-yos, fuck Pogs, and kill slinkies.
Okay. All right.
When I did this, I wanted to add this toy, but I didn't know how many people would remember it. Do you remember Crazy Bones?
No.
No. That was one of my favorites. I would have married them if
I don't even know what
I
it
had
is.
a choice. It's like little plastic figures, and they like look like different monsters, and like and then you flick them at each other. You got to try to knock everybody's.
I never had any, but I remember them.
Yeah, you got to knock their Crazy Bones over, and then like I would remember playing for keeps all the time. So whoever won the round, you got to choose one of their creatures, and you got to keep that. Except we'd usually play where like you can't take like their team, so you got to take one of their backups or whatever.
We did that with Pogs.
Okay.
Played for keeps and Pogs, and I remember getting plenty of phone calls from parents. My kid needs his Pogs back. I'm like, your son needs to get better at Pogs, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. He better practice because I'm gonna take more tomorrow.
So, all right. Apples, oranges, watermelons.
This is a tough one. I think I'm gonna marry apples, fuck oranges, and kill watermelons. Because apple juice is like my favorite. Orange juice is a very close second. I like watermelon, whether it be the actual taste of watermelon or the artificial taste of watermelon. But I couldn't live without apples and oranges, and I can live without watermelon.
I did the exact same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watermelon it's practically just kind of tastes like water if you really think about it. I mean,
yeah. It tastes watery. It also tastes a little melony.
Yeah.
Makes sense though, right?
But yeah, I know you can go a seedless watermelon, but I'm kind of lazy. I don't want to pick out seeds all the time.
For sure.
So,
all right, my next one is mints, gum, and mouthwash.
Marrying gum, fucking mints, killing mouthwash.
Okay.
I don't really mouthwash.
Yeah. The only reason I'm going to go the way I'm going, I do enjoy gum, but that's kind of a hit or miss for me. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I could care less. So I'm going to fuck gum. I'm gonna marry mints because I love the cinnamon Altoids mints.
Oh, I like the
It's my
citrus.
favorite. Oh, I guess I don't know if I've ever had the citrus.
Oh, you'd love them.
Might have to try that. And then I'd kill mouthwash because I don't. I'll use it, but I'm not gonna use it every day.
Right. Same. All right. Gorillas, grizzlies, giraffes.
This is another tough one for me. I think I'm gonna marry a giraffe because it's my grandma's favorite, and I enjoy them because she loves them. And every time I see one, I think of my grandma. And I think I'm gonna fuck a gorilla, and I'm gonna kill a grizzly.
Okay. I went with marry a gorilla because I just think it's the closest thing to a human, you know.
Yeah.
And they're pretty cool, pretty smart. I'm gonna fuck a grizzly just because why not? And then I'm gonna kill a giraffe because I don't want to look up all the time.
Well, I just went with giraffe because, like, I don't know.
I get it.
It reminds me of my
right.
It reminds me of my grandma, and I don't want to get rid of them. But I don't want to, like. I'd rather marry my grandma than fuck my grandma. Like,
right.
And personally, maybe that's weird. But yeah. My next one is call, text, and email.
This is hard because email is important for work now.
Yeah.
And I would say kill call, but we do a lot of these podcasts now through phone call.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with marry text, fuck call, kill email.
Okay.
As hard as that's going to be.
Yeah.
But I think
you can get a lot of information in an email.
I know, but
you can send attachments in an email. You can't really do that. You can kind of in a text, but it's mostly pictures.
I know. But I text every day. I call. I definitely make a phone call at least every day.
Yeah.
I email every other.
Yeah, I'm going to go similar, a little different, but I'm going to... Oh, no, you married text, right?
I married text.
Yeah, I'm going to marry call. I'm going to fuck text. And I'm going to kill email.
Okay.
So, similar, but a little different.
All right. Horror films, comedy films, action films.
This is well, it's easy for me to kill action.
Oh, wow.
Because horror and comedy are my top two genres. So, it is tough though. I think I'm gonna marry comedy and fuck horror because I'd rather have more comedy in the world than horror. So that's what I'm gonna go.
This is tough. I would definitely marry horror.
Okay.
But the problem is, there's so many bad horror movies out there.
Yeah.
If I could get a banger every time, I would marry horror in a heartbeat. It'd be number one on my list. But there's for every good horror film, there's 9 other ones that are just complete trash.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with marry comedy, fuck action, and I'm going to kill horror. And horror is probably my favorite genre.
Okay.
So it makes it
as
really
long as
hard.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes it really hard for me to kill horror.
Yeah.
So.
Sweet.
That
Well,
was
that's all
nice.
I got.
That's all I got. So we get to the next segment.
Yeah, next segment is Love It or Hate It. In this segment, we talk about things and we bring up 3 different topics each, and we pick a person, place, thing, and you have to decide whether you love it or you hate it. There is no in between. You have to go one way or the other.
All right. So my first one, PB&Js / Encrustables.
I have to say love it. I have 2 jars of peanut butter and a jar of jelly. It's actually red raspberry
Ooh.
jam at work, and I eat it all the time. That's like my go-to snack, or like even a meal at points. And I don't even have bread anymore. I've gotten to the point where I just grab a spoon, I grab a chunk of peanut butter, I dip it in the jelly, and I just eat it right off the spoon.
Nice.
It's delicious. It's really, really good. And yeah, that's why I got to go with love it.
Yeah, I went with love it as well. There's so many different, especially an Uncrustable. You can heat them up. Bomb.
You say heat it up?
Yep. Throw it in the microwave for like 12 seconds.
Interesting. I've never done that.
Boom. Dude, try it. Fire.
Might have to try that at work then, even though I already have enough peanut butter and jelly to last me months.
Yeah, get you an Uncrustable, throw it in there for like 12, I mean, anywhere, depending on how good your microwave is, anywhere from 8 seconds to 14 seconds.
Okay. We got a decent microwave. We actually just got a new microwave from the hotel in our host office, and it's pretty good. It works pretty nice.
Boom.
But my first one is NFL draft picks. We just got past the draft not too long ago, and I want to know if you like draft picks or not.
So, you were talking about, like keeping our draft pick?
Keeping your draft pick, or if you have to trade it away, or would you get rid of the draft? Would you, like, what would you do?
I love the draft. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know about trading the pick. Like, it makes me mad sometimes when we trade the pick.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Vikings had a horrible draft this year. Definitely like the players we got. Did not like the moves. Again.
Yeah.
I think we gave too much and got very little in return.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we gave we moved down to the 30th pick. We gave him the 12th or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And we didn't get any, we didn't really get anything for it. We gave them our first round pick for their first round pick. They gave us a second. And we gave them a second as well, or our 5th.
Okay.
So we didn't get much. And we gave away more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that can be annoying sometimes.
I don't know. It just didn't seem like an even trade.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
So do you love it or hate it?
I love it.
You never said love it or hate it.
Love it.
Love it. Okay. I'm going to say hate it.
Why?
Because I'm a Los Angeles Rams fan, and just like our GM says, fuck them picks, man. Like, all you need is to trade the picks and get the players that you want for your future. We haven't had a first round pick since Jared Goff in 2016.
And he really panned out for you guys.
Exactly. Nothing happened of it. Like, we ended up trading him away, but we traded away our first round picks. The last 4 first round picks that we've gotten rid of, 2 of them were for Jalen Ramsey and 2 of them were for Matt Stafford. And we still have both of them, and they are not going anywhere for a long time.
Yeah, Stafford's a stud.
Yep.
I think if Stafford would have been anywhere other than the Lions, he'd probably have way more Super Bowl rings.
What'd you say?
I think if he would have went anywhere other than the Lions.
Oh yeah, he would have had a stellar career. Like he was there for 11 seasons and he was 0-3 in the playoffs. And now he has more wins in the playoffs than he does losses, and
You got to
he's got a
realize
Super Bowl.
he went to this playoffs with the Lions.
Yeah, 3 times.
That's ridiculous. I don't think there's another quarterback that could have done that.
Yeah.
Not many.
No. No, I mean, I guess he did have Calvin Johnson for a little bit of that time, which probably helped quite a bit.
So many good Lions retired super early.
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. Retired in their prime.
Yep. Well, yeah.
All right.
But I mean, sometimes you got to do that to save your body and mind.
Robert Smith did it for the Vikings.
Yep.
All right. Love it or hate it? You said hate it?
I said hate it.
Okay. All right. Lap dances.
You might be surprised by my answer.
Maybe.
I'm going to say hate it.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to say hate it. Like, I don't really hate it, but I don't love it, you know?
Right.
Like, I'm not going to, that's not the entertainment that I'm going to go seek out.
Right.
Like, if I'm going to go seek out entertainment, I'm going to go play disc golf. I'm going to go play golf, bowling. I'm going to go do comedy. I'm going to do a lot of other things. I'm going to go to the movies. I'm going to do a lot of different things. Play board games, watch TV, watch movies, listen to a podcast. Like, lap dances, I can take them or leave them.
Okay.
If I'm in a relationship, even more, I'll leave them more than take them. Because I can just go home and ask her.
I think you're going to be...
So I'm going to say hate it.
I'm going to think you're going to be even more surprised at my answer. Because I said hate it. I hate it as well.
Wow. I was thinking you were going to love it.
I think it's a great time and it's a good story.
Yep.
Most of the time. But it's never fun to go somewhere to get riled up and no payoff.
Yeah. Yeah. If there was a payoff at the end, then maybe it
might change my answer. Right.
Yeah.
But you pay a lot of money for a big excitement and no firework.
Yeah. Where at home you can
boom,
firework
boom,
away.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's the 4th of July.
Grand finale time. Grand finale time. Everybody get in. So.
Is that what they call it? They call it the grand. I thought it was the money shot.
Same thing. Tomato, tomato. Potato, batata.
All right. My next one is social media.
This is tough. I'm going to say hate it.
Okay.
As much as I spend time on there and need to be on there because of everything we do, I really wish I didn't have to be on there.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's the only way you connect with some people, like out of state and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But especially in today's day, it's so negative all the time. It's depressing a lot now. It's just, so I'm going to go with hate it.
Yep. I'm sure you already knew my answer.
Yeah.
I hate it as well.
No.
I'm not on it hardly ever. I'm actually on it more now than I have in a long while. But the only reason I'm on is because of comedy. And basically it's just for the messenger portion.
Right.
Because that's how I talk with all the comedians in Duluth. And that's how I talk to anybody else outside, like you said, in different states or getting other things done, I guess. But yeah, I said hate it.
All right. Makeout sessions.
I love our makeout sessions.
Shh.
Oh, I was just saying in general. Um, no, I love makeout sessions. They're the best. Even if there is no payout, like you were saying with the last one, I still enjoy a good makeout session. Like, it's fun. It's enjoyable.
Absolutely.
I get something out of it even without getting anything out of it, if that makes sense.
I would love it as well. To be honest, I could go a night without anything other than just makeout sessions.
Yep.
I love kissing. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's the best. So, was that, you got one more? Or?
Yeah, one more. One more. The last one is gambling.
Love it.
Love it.
Everything in life is better with a little something on the line. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Makes life interesting.
Yeah. Even though I make a living in the gambling world, I said hate it.
Well, lose your job then. See if we care.
What was that?
Said lose your job then. See if we care.
The reason I say hate it is just because, like, I've seen people kind of get to the point where it's a little too far.
Lost no
and
return.
I don't like seeing that. I do mind a little I like a little gambling, but if it's more than what you can afford to lose, then I hate it because that's just not a fun situation.
That's addiction though. That's not gambling. That's an addiction.
Yeah. But
so
yeah, that's all I got.
All right, let's get into our next segment then.
What's the next segment?
Roddy or Vandy. It's where we name something or we say something about each other and we got to figure out who's more likely to do it. Roddy or Vandy.
Okay.
So, you want me to go first?
Sure.
All right. Who is more likely to do an Ironman competition?
An Ironman competition. What? Just remind me. I'm not 100% on what that is.
Swim, run, bike.
Okay. I feel like you would be.
Yeah, I said me as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that a triathlon though?
Yeah, but I think Ironman is like a little more distance, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I know.
Okay. No, either way, I feel like you would be more.
I think it's a triathlon, but just with long distance.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I don't.
Now that you threw it out there.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But all right, no, I said you. You said you. Mine is who is more likely to become a stunt person.
In my younger days, I would have said me, but today I would say you.
Okay, interesting. I actually said you.
Oh yeah,
I said Vandy. Yeah, I said Vandy would be. I didn't have a specific reason. I just thought you'd be more into it than I would be.
I definitely would. But
yeah.
I feel like I get injured really easily now lately. So I don't know if that's, back when I was younger, I think that would have been the career that I would love to have had. I think it would have been a blast. I definitely could have been like a jackass guy, but
it could have literally been a blast.
Right. But now, like, if I fall over, it's like I'm hurt.
Yeah, no, I said that. One of the reasons I said that is because, like, that's more of a co-host job, and I would be the main guy.
Get out of here.
I'm just joking.
All right. Who is more likely to hike a mountain?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well.
Okay. I actually hiked a little mountain today even. So I played the quarry, and that's a hike if you remember.
Yes.
Yep.
Especially if
So
you
I
got to
did that
look.
one.
Especially if you got to look for a disc on the side of that freaking some of those hills.
Yep. I had one where I almost lost it for sure, but I found it. So
Nice.
that was good. Who is more likely to celebrate a holiday not on the holiday?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy as well. And in fact, I have been doing that because I have to work most holidays. And so I celebrate with family and friends after the fact. So,
Okay.
But you know what? I'm okay with it because on some of the holidays, we get paid whether we work or not.
Right.
And then if we do work, we get time and a half.
Nice.
But then you also get paid. So technically you get paid 2.5 times your hourly wage that day.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty nice on those days.
I'd be working all.
Yeah, my next check is going to be pretty nice.
All right. Who is more likely to not know a gay guy is hitting on them?
I said Roddy because I am also more likely to not know if a girl is hitting on me.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure when anybody's hitting on me. You just gotta slap me in the face with a Post-it note saying I'm hitting on you, and then I'll read it and I'll be like, are they hitting on me? I still can't tell.
I went with Roddy as well, even though this has actually happened to me.
Okay.
Or I guess, no, he didn't hit on me, but I didn't know he was gay.
Okay.
I had a buddy in high school that we joked around about being gay and stuff like that, and he kept telling me, dude, I am. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I just never listened or took it in. And all of a sudden he showed up to prom with a dude. And I was like, wait, what's going on? He's like, I told you I was gay. And I'm like, oh, you were serious? I didn't, I didn't.
Yeah.
And he was a good friend. Yeah. I had no problem with it, but it was just funny. Like, I just didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just didn't know.
Yeah.
Who is more likely to eat or drink something that they don't really know what it is?
I said Vandy.
I'm going to say Vandy as well, especially because of the story that you just told earlier in this podcast about all of the shots that you would take without knowing what they were.
Oh, okay.
Because I would not do that, and you win. So
I'm always down for trying new things, though, especially food.
Yeah, that's why I originally I did say Roddy, because I will try most things, and I know you would too. But like after hearing that story, I'm like, yep, you took the cake on that one.
Yeah, I'll drink or eat anything pretty much once. I'm more likely to puke after eating.
Okay, interesting.
Just because it could be a texture thing.
Yeah.
If I ever puke, it's mostly from and liquid's not a texture thing for me. So I can drink pretty much anything. Yeah. But food could be a texture thing.
For sure.
So. All right.
Well, do we get our next segment?
Yeah. What's our next segment?
Next segment is called Would You Rather. That's where we ask each other a series of questions and we have to answer, would you rather do this or rather do that? And you have to decide one or the other.
Okay. You want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. So, would you rather chew the same piece of gum all day long or not be able to chew gum for a month?
I said I'll chew the same piece all day long.
Okay. Because you want to keep chewing?
Yeah, I like gum. And I've done it. I've chewed a piece of gum all day long when it has had no flavor. And I'll get to the end of the day and I'm like, why am I still chewing this? This flavor was gone 9 hours ago.
Doesn't it get like soggy though?
Depending on the type of gum, some just get hard.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I went the opposite route. I said I'm not going to chew gum for a month because I can go over a month without chewing gum anyways. Like it's just not a common thing for me, I guess. And to be honest with you, I actually forget about gum for long periods of time.
Oh, man. I'd go weeks, but I don't think I'd go a month.
Oh, I have gone probably over a year.
Without gum?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Like I said, I enjoy it when I have it, but I will forget about it for a long time.
All right. Would you rather get punched by Mike Tyson? All right, let me rephrase this. Would you rather get one punch from Mike Tyson or one punch from a grizzly bear?
I said I would rather get punched one time by Mike Tyson because I feel like he has more capability of showing restraint.
Oh.
And he might look at me and be like,
all right.
I'm going to kill this guy.
one trained professional punch by each of them.
How are you going to train the grizzly bear? He's just going to claw you.
No claw. It's just a hit.
Okay. I think I'm still going to go with Mike Tyson because if a grizzly bear is able to put all of its weight behind it, I feel like a grizzly bear is going to be able to get, if he connects properly and it's a trained punch, he could still get you. So I'm going to still stick with Mike Tyson. How about you?
I went the opposite. I went with the bear.
Really?
Because I'm pretty sure I've read somewhere that Mike Tyson has more power than a grizzly. He has more power than a couple animals or some shit like that. And that being said, he's freaking trained. I think if Mike Tyson wound up, had one free shot at you, he'd probably kill you.
Damn.
I'm saying not hurt you, not put you in a coma. I'm saying if he wound up, hit me as hard as he could in the head, he probably would kill me. Literally kill me. That dude just has that much power.
You say that he's stronger than a couple animals. I'm going to go ahead and say it and think that I'm stronger than a couple animals too. Yeah. If I got to choose the animals.
You rock the shit out of a snail, huh?
Oh, for sure. I'd beat a snail. I'd crush him.
All right. What's your first one? Or next one?
My second one is, would you rather crack your phone screen again? Sorry.
Thanks.
Would you rather crack your phone screen or crack your computer screen?
I went with phone.
Okay.
Because I think it's a lot easier to transfer all the information from my phone to the next phone. It's a little bit more of a process. I mean, you still can do it from the laptop and your computer, but it's a way bigger process and way more time consuming.
Yep.
So I went with the phone.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I said phone because I feel like it's easier and cheaper to get fixed. Like, you can just fix the screen and you should be fine. And I have, like, in one of my old cars, I closed the trunk on my computer and it had the metal swinging bar on it, and it crushed the computer, completely destroyed it. Yeah, just completely destroyed it. Couldn't get anything out of it, and so I was just out everything that was on that computer, and I had a lot of stuff on there.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was not fun. It was devastating. Yeah, I'm still saddened about that day. But yeah, for a phone, I mean, if that were to happen, you have the cloud. you're able to get most of it back. I have a lot of the stuff on my computer or on a hard drive somewhere saved, like on my terabyte drive. And
that being said, I'm pretty sure an episode or two before we left on our trip, you've never cracked a phone.
Yep.
Ever. And then we go on our trip and you got your first crack in a phone.
Yep. I remember that. That was not fun. I hated it. And it wasn't even that big of a crack.
No, it was a hairline. Like, it was barely even noticeable, and it was like crushing your soul.
Oh, I hate it. I keep such good care of my phone. Like, my phone is my baby since I don't have a baby.
I try, but I break so many phones.
Yeah.
It's just the line of work I'm in, though.
I feel so bad for Gracie. Just kidding.
I guard her.
You throw her in front of...
Yeah. My phone! So, alright. Would you rather sleep with a skunk in your bed or a snake in your bed?
I said skunk because I feel like the skunk will be more understanding and might just
Ever seen an angry skunk?
If it's an angry skunk, then that's probably a little different.
They're scary even if they don't spray.
Oh, really? I haven't really had a whole lot of encounters with the skunk, I guess.
They got some teeth on
Maybe
them.
I'd go snake then. If it's like a non-venomous snake, then I'd probably go snake.
Yeah.
If it's a venomous snake, then I think I'm going to go skunk.
Yeah. Non-venomous, I'm going snake all day.
Yeah.
And skunk, if it sprays you, it's not just a one-night thing. You're going to smell that smell.
Yeah, you're going to be like that for weeks.
Yeah, you're going to smell that in that room probably for the rest of the time. I don't know if you're going to get that. I don't know if you're going to get that
I think
smell.
you'd be able to get it out eventually because,
after maybe month or so.
It's going to be a long time. Yes, it's going to be weeks, maybe months. But Perry got sprayed, and he smelled like it for a long time.
Yeah, that's a dog. This is a room.
Yeah,
this is something that's not moving.
Well, I'm hoping you'd be able to make it without it spraying. Yeah. But I'd rather deal with the stink than die from a venomous bite.
So, all right.
So, would you rather wear an old sweaty pair of socks or not wear socks at all?
For life? Or the day? Or
I was just thinking the day. Like if you wake up in the morning and all of your socks are wet and for some reason all your socks are sweaty and nasty.
All right, I'm going sockless.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going sockless probably.
That's what I did too. I decided
if all my socks are wet, I'm gonna get athlete's feet. If they're just kind of, yeah. But going barefoot, I'm probably gonna get athlete's feet too because my feet are gonna get wet in my line of work either way. So probably.
Yeah.
So I'm probably I'll just go sockless.
Yeah. I went sockless as well. Like I said, I don't want to just have my feet be wet all day. Yeah. I'd rather have dry feet, and my feet sweat sometimes, but not my feet sweat enough to. Yeah.
My feet sweat a lot. So, all right. Would you rather go skydiving or bungee jumping?
I said skydiving. I have wanted to skydive for a long time, and I just think it'd be a ton of fun. And bungee jumping, I feel like there's a I don't know the statistics, but I feel like it's higher risk of like having something bad happen, you know? So I'm going to go skydiving.
Nice. There's a mosquito in here.
I saw that. I didn't want to say anything.
I think I killed him.
I couldn't see him in the
He's
first
bit
place.
me twice already during this podcast, so I was like,
oh no.
All right. So, that it?
Well, you got to answer. Would you rather skydive or bungee jump?
Well, I bungee jumped already.
Okay.
So I definitely would have to go skydive. I want to skydive so bad. But if I'm going to go skydive, I want to go enough times to where I can go by myself, not go tandem.
Yeah, that'd be ideal, I think.
I want to be able to pull my own cord.
Yep.
So
yeah, that'd be fun to do eventually. It would take a while, I feel, but
I think you only got to do it 2 jumps, right? That's what I think.
Oh, maybe. I guess I don't know.
So, getting to be that time of the night?
Yeah. What time of night is it?
Dedication time, baby.
Dedication. Who do you think we should dedicate this episode to?
I think we're going to dedicate to the guy that you already mentioned earlier in the episode that just has a special that just came out, Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. I think that's a really good dedication. He is, I think he's just a brilliant guy in his writing, in his stand-up.
Phenomenal actor.
He created The Office, for crying out loud. You know, like, that's talent right there. Like,
Dude, I thought he was a great host at, was it the Oscars?
Yeah, I think that's where it was. I think that's... He tells it the way it is.
Yeah,
and
they didn't like it. They didn't like him, but
yeah.
Man, I loved it. That was the greatest freaking hosting I've ever seen.
Yeah, he has a really good way of putting things and making it like just telling. Basically, like he has the thoughts that you're having. He expresses them in a very well
comedic
put together way, and it's nice. It's just a really good way of getting your thoughts out there without you knowing that they were your thoughts.
Yeah. His special's great.
Yep. This newest one is pretty good too. Like,
yeah.
And it's crazy. I like how the fact that he was like, so Netflix bought it before he even filmed it. It seems like, at least that's what he like said in the special. He's like, yeah, Netflix already bought this anyways, so let's just go for it.
Nice.
But
yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on Netflix right now. Trending, I'm pretty sure. I think it's in the top 10 right now.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I just watched it like yesterday. I watched it.
Phenomenal comedian. I think he's a great actor.
Oh yeah, he's really good at acting. Like, especially like, have you seen the British Office?
No, I've seen a couple episodes.
Okay, yeah, I really enjoy him in that. And just knowing the fact that he was involved with both that and the U.S. version is just really cool to me, because that's the American version. The U.S. version is one of my favorite shows of all time. And then just knowing that he was basically the creator of it is awesome, or like the creator of the concept of that.
Yeah. And he's a very good, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not comedic, what kind of acting is it where he's very
dramatic?
Yeah. But I think he's a great dramatic actor as well.
Yes, I haven't seen him in a dramatic role. Not that I can think of off the top of my head, at least.
There's been a couple of movies. He did the one where he could see ghosts. That was a pretty dramatic role.
Okay.
I mean, it's still.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
I know what one you're talking about. Yeah.
But he did that one really well. And then I saw him host something or he did an interview with some girl. I don't know. I saw a clip of it on Facebook or something like that, and he was talking to this little girl that had cancer.
Yeah, that would be dramatic.
Did you see it?
No, I'm just like,
dude,
picturing this scenario.
It ripped me apart. Like, he starts talking to this girl and started asking her questions and all that, and then he asks her name, and then all of a sudden, Ricky stops talking and almost gets a tear in his eye, and she goes, "Why are you sad?" And he goes, "It's my daughter's name." And you could feel the thoughts of, like, and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, it really ripped on you, tugged on the old heartstrings, but it also made me wonder, like, did he get done with that interview and go, all right, who's the fucker that didn't ask her, didn't ask her name, or was he cool with it, But phenomenal actor, phenomenal comedian, phenomenal host. I haven't seen that guy do something bad yet, really.
Yeah.
Great writer.
Yeah, actually
just an all-around threat.
Yeah, for sure. No, I actually watched when I was watching the Norm Macdonald and the Ricky Gervais, I actually watched both of those with Josh. And Norm Macdonald is Josh's favorite comedian of all time.
Yeah.
And since Norm passed, Josh recently told me that Ricky Gervais is now his favorite living comedian. Yep.
Yeah, Ricky's good.
So
he's just honest.
Yeah, and he has very, he backs up his opinion very well, and the reasons he thinks the way he thinks is really cool. Even if you don't agree with him, you do have to agree that the way he talks about it is eloquent, and it just, you're like, oh, okay, well, I understand that viewpoint at least, and not have to, you might not agree with it, but you understand it.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you don't know who he is, go look him up, go check him out. You're going to love everything the guy does.
Yep. Oh, we got is that our third one?
I think so.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think this was a great episode, man.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we enjoy getting ready for it and
doing it. So, yeah, go check us out. We're wherever you listen to your podcasts, subscribe to other platforms too. It helps us out any way possible. Leave a comment. 99% of the time, we're going to get back to you right away.
Yep.
Go like us up on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube. Yeah, go like and subscribe to the YouTube. That's probably our weakest platform right now.
Otherwise, you can always catch us at www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
So, all right, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.